And next up, we have Mackenzie Dern versus Tecia Torres. This is very close on the odds. Dern coming in at negative 115, Torres at a negative 105. So I think that means Dern is a slight favorite. Yeah, the more negative. Yeah, she's coming in as a slight favorite, but it's pretty much a coin toss, as close as those odds are. Um, really looking forward to seeing this fight. Mackenzie Dern in her last fight ended up losing to Rodriguez. Tecia Torres in her last fight ended up having a big win over Angela Hill. It was a great fight. Really close, very competitive. So looking forward to seeing this one. How'd you break this one down, friend?
Mackenzie Dern is known for her grappling, has strong grappling foundation, strong jiu-jitsu, was able to use that to mix it up. Her last fight that you mentioned against Rodriguez, I believe, it ended up being a 5-round fight where she definitely had her moments. When she had her moments, she mounted, got full mount, got her in a crucifix, got her in a I believe Umaplata, got her in just all these different submissions that I was just like, if time hadn't run out, like that was a fight finishing move, and that was multiple times. And even in a couple of rounds where she got dominated, all she needed was a slip up or a trip to end up in these dominant positions. You know, granted, I expect Tecia Torres to have better all-around footwork, foundation. Mackenzie Dern, likes to clinch against the fence, has great hand and arm grips, almost tries to do judo throws, judo toss with the hips, ends up using her combos to set up the takedowns. She ended up failing a throw and then attacking the leg. Great transitions, goes from side control to knee on belly to crucifix, ends up turning the crucifix into an armbar using her legs, to back control, to mount, complete dominance in one of those rounds where I was just like, that could have easily been a 10-8 round. But then the next round, she comes back and is just, you can tell it took a toll on her, and she was able to, not have that as good a success. And then the following round, just able to use one simple mistake by Rodriguez to take her down, to mount her. So she's great at capitalizing on that. Her striking definitely isn't up to par. If she isn't able to close the distance and get a takedown, I could see Torres, definitely being the victor. Torres, her last fight, amazing. Against Hill, against Hughes previously. Against Hughes, it ended up being a corner stoppage. She was a late replacement. Just complete dominance. She is fast. She was like the Mighty Mouse of the girls division. Tecia Torres, if she isn't on her way to, a title shot or being a champion, like, I'm going to be surprised. I loved watching her fight with Angela Hill. Just nonstop.
So you
Go ahead.
you think Torres dominated Hill in that last fight?
I thought just because she was throwing so much, like her output was just crazy compared to Hill's. Hill definitely was the bigger, stronger fighter, who was able to sit on punches. But Torres was just like, same thing. I'm going to use the Tasmanian Devil today. That's going to be the theme. Just flying, kicking everywhere. When she got taken down, just up kicks nonstop. Was just, her output was ridiculous. And that just, I think, is because I watched it right after her fight against Hughes. And I was like, she kept that energy through 2 fight camps, which, a lot of people aren't able to do. Was able to end a round with a double leg slam, things like that. Her scrambles are amazing, her leg kicks, her combos, clinching and comboing, front kicks, spinning back kicks, punching through the tie clinch when she got caught. Just, I am excited. Here's another girl fight that I hope lives up to it. Last weekend, great girl fight, back and forth, absolute action. Let's go for 3 fights in a row. What are your thoughts, Colby?
Yeah. I think Torres looked really good in that fight against Angela Hill. I thought it was a little bit closer. I didn't think she exactly steamrolled Angela, but definitely frustrated Angela. The stand-up looked great. I feel like Angela did have her moments. And just looking at the stats, Dern is somebody who can finish the fight. She's got a lot of submissions on her record. Torres is definitely a decision fighter where she racks up the points, probably from trying to keep things standing up. I think Dern has a little bit advantage on the height, which I think is going to help her with getting things to the ground, because Torres is going to have to, cover some distance to try to make contact with the strikes, and I think that's going to leave some openings for Dern to be able to get a takedown. And Dern's got a lot of submissions on her record. So as far as picks go, I'm going to pick Dern, but as the odd makers have indicated, this is going to be a close one. Could definitely go either way.
Yeah, I would love to see Torres keep going through because she's just wild. Dern definitely has the better experience, the grappling pedigree. I believe her dad is some renowned grappling jiu-jitsu ace guy. So you can definitely see it in her skills and abilities. She's able to turn everything into a submission attempt, everything into a hold, an attack. Great person to see close quarters. I would say, if anything, she'd be the female version of, who's that guy, Ryan Hall, that everyone, super loves. And, except she doesn't have the fancy, like, baits that he does. She definitely is more forward going. And yeah, great fight. Let's go for 3 girl fights in a row that are amazing and that we'll be talking about for a while.
Absolutely.